through the instructions. Obviously, we read the instructions from the English parts. So now, under the given information, they're saying you are given the front view, the top view, and the left view of a machine. This view here, which is at the top, is our top view. Label it as your top view. The one underneath is the front. Label it as your front view. And then this one is your left view. Are we clear on that? Now let's go ahead and read the instructions. And then the instruction says that using the scale 1:1, convert the orthographic views of the machine switch into a sectional isometric drawing on a cutting plane AA. Now this is if let's say for instance you didn't see that there was actually a cutting plane there when you were actually reviewing your drawing, then now the instruction is there to confirm that there is actually a cutting plane. That's why we read instructions, so that we know what we are supposed to do. Question I have for you is, what type of a sectioning is that? There's a cutting plane. What type of sectioning is that? Half sectioning, ne? Whereby only a quarter of my drawing is being cut out. Don't panic. It's going to be an easy journey if you listen. Now we are done from reading this. Now they're saying, make point P the lowest point on your drawing. Show all necessary construction and the circle as well. And then no hidden details are required. Edit. This is what you need to do. Construction line, you need to draw a line going up, obviously, from the edge of your drawing. Now, to get to the top view as well, it doesn't have point P, right? And if it doesn't have point P, what is it that you're seeing here? You see that it actually doesn't have a corner as well. Can't I create one? I can. Do you see what I've just done now? Hello? I've boxed this as well. So me creating a box, that means that my P was supposed to be there, but it's not there. But I'm actually creating one so that I know it's actually going to be easy for me to be working on this. And we already identified our left view and our top view and the front view there, right? And then we know that our drawing has to start somewhere there at point P, right? And then if it's starting at point P, then this side is going to be for my left view, and then this side is going to be from my front view, and then this one here is going to be for my top view. So now one thing you're supposed to pick up from this is that, isn't it that when you're only focusing on the front view, what shape do you see? A rectangle. Do you see that? It's actually a box. But what type of a box is that? It's actually a rectangle. That's why I created that line there on my front view to make that rectangle so that it accommodates this. Talking about what is the measurement from P to here? It's 60 because already I have drawn that line at an angle of 45. But one thing here that is a bit tricky is that after I have drawn here, remember the last one, you projected even from this point here and then it gave you the line of 45. But in this case, what you need to do is that from point P on your left view, draw a line going up, and then from point P though that you have just created here, you see that line that you have created for point P on the top view, you need to draw a line again, and then when this line and that line meet, you make a point, which is this point that I'm referring to here. Now after you've done this for where it starts, now you go to where it ends, and then you draw a line going up and also draw a line going there. Then what do? You take your 45 degree set square, then you place it there. Now in this case, it is not going to come here, but it's going to meet with the other one there. So let's look at this. These are our orthographic views. And we have now created this line at an angle of 45. And what is this line going to help you with? It's actually going to help you with getting the correct measurements. And what do I mean by that? Now when you look at our left view, hello? When you look at our left view there, do we have all the dimensions for us to identify what is the measurement there for the left view? Yes. Did this line at an angle of 45? What you can do is that you see that this is projected here, and when you project it there, it actually is equals to this part of our top view, which is what? 60. So this side is my 60, and I'm working on my sketch there. And the reason I did this is because I know that one side is actually shorter and the other side is longer. That's why my shape here of an isometric box looks like a rectangle, not a square. And the reason is like this is because to the left is 60, and then to the right hand side, which is for the front view, is 116. Those are not equal measurements. That's why this side is longer and the other one is shorter. So what is the measurement here? This one is very clear. It's actually what? 116. And then what is the height of this drawing? See what I just did now? I actually projected this line so that I know that this is a confirmation. Is this height the same as this height now? And actually, yes, it is. So now, let's look. What I can do is just to project this. And why am I projecting this? Is because I see that from there to there is 40. Hello? From there to there is 40. And what about the remaining? The remaining, you get it from this side, which is 10 and 10. So 10 and 10 is 20, 20, 20 plus this 40 here. So my height is supposed to be what? 60. Our drawing has a cutting plane AA there. And it cuts this thing here only a quarter of the fact that there's a cutting plane here. Now, this is what you need to look at. Now, from point P, now I'm asking, from point P to where the cutting plane is AA, are we given the dimensions? I'm asking you. Do we have the dimensions? No. But since we know that this is half sectioning, meaning that from point P, this thing is cut all the way through halfway. Do you get it? Even though the measurements are not given, it's something. If you know, you know. Okay. So from P to A, it's actually halfway. And what is half of 116? 58. So at 58, you make a point. And remember, on my sketch, I'm not using measurements. I'm just using my eyes to say, from there to there, this is actually halfway. And this is where the 58. And then, on the side, from point P to there, what is the cutting plane? It's supposed to be what? Halfway. What is from point P halfway? 30. So this is my halfway, 30. And then this is what I'm going to do. I've cut out this part because I know that's what is supposed to be done. Are you okay with that? Now, I need to add something on top of that to say, and pay attention. I know that my drawing has to be cut out like that, but one thing, because now in this situation, my drawing is being cut out, then if you were to start your drawing with that part being cut out, then it can be a bit complicated. So in this case, I'm going to have about 2 sketches, but my other sketch is not going to be more on this. This was just, this was just to say my layout of the drawing is supposed to be like this. Now I'm going to go back again and, Lukele, I'm going to be with you now. I'm going to do another isometric box, like this. Now I'm not focusing more on the instructions and whatever. Now I'm drawing a full box there. And the reason I'm drawing this full box is because if you start your isometric with everything being cut out, it will be more complicated. So now the reason I'm doing this sketch again here is because I want to draw how it looks like when it's not cut. So that I know that, oh, since if it looks like this, if it's not cut, then when I'm cutting it, this is what it's going to be like. So work with it like this when it's not cut, and then you will only apply that later when you're doing it like this. Now let's work on the sketch here. That's what I'm about to do with. We are not yet drawing. We are doing the sketch. I was trying to say. This part on my front it's actually taking the space from there to there. This part, from point P to there, that's the space that is going to occupy. Space that is being occupied from that point there, the bottom, up to here, is the one with 40, And then my 40, I'm going to say my 40 is actually up to here. And then what is it that you're supposed to do? So you see what I'm doing? I'm actually creating the space there where this thing is going to be fitted. Now, when you look at your drawing from the front, hello? When you look at your drawing from the front, what do you see? You see this thing as in like, it's actually at an angle. Looking at it from the top, what shape do you see there? Half of a hexagon. Hello? Half of a hexagon. Now, do you see that this part is actually in line with this? So what you do is this. This is what you do. But the question is, when you're looking at it from the top, are you seeing a rectangle or you are seeing a hexagon? You are seeing a hexagon. But according to my drawing now, what are you seeing? A rectangle, And we are not looking for a rectangle, we are looking for a hexagon. How do you accommodate a hexagon here? Obviously, we are going to have an auxiliary view, but this is a sketch, so I'm just sketching what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing a hexagon, and then this is how it's supposed to be. Do you see what I've just done now? And this part which I've just drawn now, it actually shows you that when you're looking at it from the top, there's nothing there. That's why there was actually nothing even there. There's nothing there. The only thing you see is the shape of a hexagon, and that is what I'm seeing. Half of that shape, which is of a hexagon. Okay, fine. Now, okay, can we just say that our hexagon is there, né? From the top view, we're seeing a hexagon, but actually from the front, it's actually at an angle. And from what I did here, it's actually at an angle, né? Meaning that I'm actually on the right path here. Now, one thing I need to do is, okay, when I'm looking at it from the front, there is this line which is actually darkened, right? Now, my hexagon is not only here. This hexagon means that even here at the bottom, there's actually supposed to be a hexagon there. The other one is going to be that side, right? Now, if this is what I'm seeing, now look at the left view there. Is there a passage there that I'm seeing? There is, right? And that block is with the measurement of 10, but I'm not worrying about measurements right now. I'm just going to draw a block which is supposed to be there, right? And now this block that is there, look at it. If you project, remember now I have this and I'm working with accuracy and whatnot. This block, if you project to this side, and what is it showing you now? It says that this block is going in all the way through until the end. Do you understand? So I'm going to draw my line there. So now let's look at it. I have this block that is showing here on the front. I have this other part which is there now, right? Now what about this part of my drawing and this part of my drawing? It is actually there. And that side, because it's now in isometric, it's there as well, right? Now what else is there? This part is this one. So can you see that now from our left view, we've actually done a lot. We've done a lot now, only just from the left view. Now let's come back to what you see from the front. What is it that you're seeing from the front? You are seeing this block here, right? And then from this block, what else is there? I am seeing this part here, which is a bit up. And this part, when I look at the top view, it is actually in a form of a circle. Hello? And the second, so according to the way I'm visualizing this name, is that there's actually a block, and on top of that block, there's a circle. That block there, if I'm seeing a block from the top, what is the height of that block? It is 10. And if this block is 10, then what is the height of my circle? It is also 10. So that means it starts with the block, and then from there, it's a circle. If it was just only a circle, we wouldn't have the division in between. Ne? So now let's do this. My block is supposed to be from the back to this side. Ne? So what am I doing? I'm going to create that division there. And then this is what I'm doing to accommodate my circle. But I know that my circle is supposed to be here in the middle. So I'm going to just do this. Remember, this is just a sketch. So I'm taking it up by 10. Even though it's not 10. Ne? And then I'm going to have my circle there. And then take it down. This is what I see. Okay, obviously, then my hexagon is supposed to come out in this direction. There. Okay, so now you see where it is. It's actually supposed to be up there. Ne? This is where it's supposed to be, not inside. It's not at the same level as this. It's actually outside, same level as the box. Ne? Doesn't really look clear, but we see where we're going. Ne? Now let's focus on. Remember, what did I say now? I said to you, this is what your drawing would be like if it wasn't cut. But now, because we need to cut it, how is it going to be? Guys, with the sketch being done, I can tell you 20 minutes is enough for me to complete this drawing. Only 20 minutes. Making 40. La raza man. Oh, and one thing I can ask is that if you do have another isometric, maybe let's say, because what is important about isometric is this sketching. I'm telling you. And you'll see that I'm actually drawing a lot of lines at once, so that I don't really like go back again, doing all of that. Pardon? Yes, it's part of construction lines. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my isometric in full somehow, so that everything falls into place, but I'm not gonna darken. I'll only darken the part that needs to be there. What is the measurement of the hexagon there? The hexagon is supposed to be 30, ne? So meaning I need an auxiliary view here with the measurement of 30. So there's my auxiliary view. Hexagon is at an angle of 60 degrees. And then this hexagon needs to help you with finding the center. So the center there is what's 15. Guys, okay, fine. Can I just say that you see that me drawing the hexagon here, it is actually going to help me to say the measurement from here to there, this to there is actually this one that we didn't know. And then now what do you do? How do you get this measurement? You can just draw a line here.